Hello there, everyone. Captain Pushback here. New topic on my channel: theories. Yeah, I'm gonna try doing these things out. Our first theory on this channel will be about Genshin Impact and about the Descenders. Something that Nahida talks about as you end the quest for Samaro. Now, this is a topic I want to talk about because I just want to get off my chest. I'm mainly going to be using these theory videos to get stuff off my chest because I think it sounds good. It's sound, and I want people to just know my perspective on this. This might be a frequent thing. This might not be a frequent thing, but who knows? Um. But anyway, at this point, my YouTube channel is Scattershot. It's not gaming. It's not just music. It's everything. It's anything and anything. Um. Anyway, leave a like on the video. Let's begin. What I want to talk about is how Nahida talks about Descenders. As we know so far, there's about 4 Descenders that we know about. 2 she mentions is the Heavenly Principles and Aether himself, which is the character I picked for this game. If any of you pick Lumine, sorry. I'm not gonna say her name as the main character. I'm just gonna get that out the way right now. I'm gonna say Aether or Lumine because I just don't give a shit. Okay, there we go. I just don't give a shit enough to just keep on saying Aether / Lumine or just the Traveler. I'd rather say his name. And I don't give a shit enough for y'all to be spamming the comment section that Lumine is also a main character. I don't give a shit enough. That's a bad way to start off the video. Anyways, I want to talk about the Descenders and how Lumine isn't one of them. I'm just going to clear up that we technically know 3 Descenders, unless Dainsleif doesn't count. Dainsleif probably doesn't count since he came from Conria. So only 2. I actually know it's 3 because Fischl. She says she's from another world, which might be true at this point because the Midsummer event. So, let's talk about this. Lumine is a Descender, which rattles a lot of people's minds and confuses a lot of people, and it also confuses me that she's not a Descender, but it also makes somewhat sense. Bear with me. The reason why it makes sense is because of fucking time travel. That's what I'm saying. It's because of time travel. I know I sound blunt. I don't sound encouraging at all. I don't sound any way positive. I am being positive. I don't want anyone to have any mixed feelings. But it's fucking time travel. It sounds like I hate time travel. I kind of do because it always gets confusing. What I'm saying is the first time when we meet the Heavenly Principles is when we're about to choose our character. I chose Aether. Lumine was the one taken away. Lumine was not transported anywhere. She was dropped. Let me explain. As we learn from Nahida here, she talks about how the Heavenly Principles are dormant. How come when we meet her, she's active, she's awake, she's alert, she's on them immediately for coming into her world? Like, why is you on my steps? Why is you on my lawn? Why is you here? Be like a hippo real quick and take you out. And that got me thinking. How come she was active when we met her? And barely anyone knows about her. And she's dormant now. Here's why. Time travel. While everyone seems to think that Lumine was sent back in time, I think, well, not everyone, there are probably some that probably think the same thing. I think she was actually dropped in the present time of when Aether was sent forward in time. Bear with me. Stay with me. Stay with me, people. Stay with me. I'm getting to it. Getting to it. As she was dropped in, the first trailer, one of the first trailers that we see is how Lumine is walking through this place. It almost looked like Mondstadt, but it's not. It's Conria. It's being invaded by cubes, which is the Heavenly Principle's power. The power of cubes. Kevin is on her side. The power of cubes is there, destroying Conria, as they did not have a god. They didn't believe in gods. But his thing. It's also known as the fall of Conria. The fall of Conria is talked about a lot now, ever since we came in through Inazuma. It was talked about by A when she had to talk to her dead relatives. I think it was talked about some of the other archons too. I just forget who talked about it. Third, Nahida talks about it again. 500 years. 500 fucking years. You gotta think about it like this. You must think about it like this. Someone who's lived for 500 years, seeing their own country being destroyed, they will have some hatred to get into new continent. It makes sense. But something else doesn't line up. She comes in on Emersal. She's known as a native. Until everything gets fuzzy. How does a tree that has all the knowledge of everything get fuzzy? Unless someone tampered with it. Someone more powerful than the god of wisdom herself. What if Lumine got to that power over that 500 years? Because anyone who's lived for that long would have to pick up a trick or two. They would have to pick up at least 3. They had to pick up 3 tricks, more tricks, an army. First of all, she has an army. The Abyss is her army. She has her own power, darkness. We've seen her use it. The first time we meet Dainsleif, and we're trying to find her and shit like that. We go into this place with the upside down statue, and then we find her with her original sword, but it's glowing purple. Well, before it used to flash gold. Now, that is suspicious. We have already seen a new element in play. Darkness, always represented by either purple or black or gray. These are the 3 colors known with darkness. Sometimes brown. These are the 3 known colors known to darkness. Now, if this was the case, how does Aether get sent forward in time? Heavenly Principles has some time powers like Zerwilda from JoJo Bizarre Adventures, where he doesn't just stop time, he sends them forward. She sends them forward. Then that kind of intervenes with someone else's observation of time. The Raiden Shogun, aka A, who loves the source of eternity. Now, time travel has always been flicky wicky icky mess. I don't want to dip my toes in it, but I'm going to dip my toes in it. There's always different versions of time travel. A version of time travel that would be the case here would probably be the case of they get sent forward in time. Nothing happens to that history. Nothing happened with Lumine going on. That means whatever happened then, Heavenly Principal knew something, and we need to find out what it is. We're getting closer to this mystery, and as we progress to the game, we're going to get more answers. The more answers we find out about Lumine, the more answers we're going to probably find out about the Heavenly Principles herself. The more we find out about the Heavenly Principles, the more we find out about this world and what it is. What the fuck happened to Conria? Is Conria still there? Celestia, why is that floating over Mondstadt? Why is it that you can only see it from Mondstadt? Yeah, I never thought about that, did you? You need to think about it like this. Don't just think of it through the Traveler's eyes. Think of it through the Archon's eyes. Because technically speaking, they don't even know everything either. They're just pawns. They're not even pawns. They're essential chess pieces. But not even they know that. As we know, the next person we're supposed to meet is the Hydro Icon. She's supposed to be like the god of judges or something like that. Something like that. I don't know. She's like a judicial god. Her nation runs on judicial stuff. Now, what does that mean for us? We're already gonna be judged, probably, most likely. But mostly people who talk about being a judge would have to know some stuff in history. Yes, the god of wisdom didn't know that much, but I would think someone called the god of justice would have to know why it happened. The question is not now what or where. The question is now why. And someone who pursues justice and judges people usually knows why. It can probably conflicts with the god of contracts, but still, she will probably know why this happened to us. Why were we sent forward to the future? Why was Lumine left in the past? Why did she have to go through this? Why is she about to become an antagonist? What's the end game? That's all I have to say today, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Captain Pushback talking about his theories. Leave a like on the video if you want more of this. At least 4 likes. And subscribe if you want. Subscribe if you like my content and you're just coming back just to see more music. Subscribe anyway so you can be up to date. And click the notification bell. I might make another one of these. See ya.